Aaron Rodgers made his usual Tuesday appearance on Pat McAfee's show and said it was not realistic for him to be 100% healthy to be medically cleared. Why are you smiling at that one?
Well, if you want to be the skeptic, what the skeptic is going to say is that he was never that he was never really going to come back. But I think he was making a real effort to come back. That's why I'm laughing, because it's just like a lot of like there's that skepticism, you know what I mean? Like that exists out there over whether this was ever real and was this being done to kind of build drama and everything else.
Well, I just want hold on a second. Was it ever real? Because we need to be sure here, and I want to make sure that you're completely honest, or I mean straight up about what we were referring to here. You're saying skeptical about him ever being able to come back, not that because there's the crazy stuff out there that he never really tore his Achilles fully.
No.
Okay.
No.
I just want to make sure we're all clear here.
Just to be clear, Aaron, we all believe that you tore your Achilles. We do believe that.
Well, there's a lot of people. There's some tinfoil. There's some tinfoil and there's some hats out there. Even though I saw his calf twitch on national television, and if it didn't fully tear, then what the hell happened all season long? But that is clearly not the case. So he said that he's not medically cleared to play, or he doesn't believe he will be, which means the window for him to play this year will officially close on Wednesday. He did also give a full-throated endorsement for Robert Saleh's coaching acumen and Joe Douglas's grocery shopping and the roster that's there. And he said he always wanted to play 2 years, or he always envisioned playing 2 years for the Jets, and this one was just a lost season, so 2 more years might still be on the menu. What do you make of all that in terms of the way the Jets are moving forward with their coaching staff?
Yeah, well, the way that I've asked, like a lot of people have asked me, like, are the Jets coaches, is their staff safe, right? Like, and my answer has always been, as long as Aaron's coming back, they are. And I think the reason why is because A, this is a situation he picked. B, he and everybody else felt really good about it on September 12th, going into that game. Or September 11th, was the date, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, September 11th. So everybody felt really good about where they were going into the game and going into the season. And, I mean, if you really look at it, like, the roster's pretty good, and I think we've seen evidence of that. Now, the offensive line's going to need some help in the offseason, but they should have the tools to do that. And obviously, like, the backup quarterback was an issue this year, but how many teams are able to survive having a backup quarterback?
Well, don't answer that question, because, I mean, the team that they're seeing
Cincinnati,
next week
Indianapolis,
is Cleveland. Yeah. They're seeing Cleveland next week, and I'm pounding the table for Kevin Stefanski being coach of the year. But do go on, Albert. Do go on.
No, but I think, like, that sort of catastrophic injury is going to sink a lot of teams, is the bottom line. And so, I think the feeling is like Joe built a pretty good roster there. Saleh's done a good job keeping the team on board and keeping the team playing hard. And Saleh's a defensive guy, and his defense has been pretty good, over the course of the year. They built a good defense there. So it's not like he or Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, would be in trouble. And then you could maybe say, well, all right, like, what about the offensive coordinator? But that's Rodgers' guy, So Nathaniel Hackett's probably going to make it because he's Aaron Rodgers' guy. And so, I don't think that there's going to be any coaching staff changes. I don't think there's going to be a front office change, because I think that this is sort of what Aaron Rodgers signed up for, and this is what Jets ownership is going to give him. And, if he wants to come back and play in 25 and this doesn't look good in 24, maybe we're talking about something else. But, I do think, like a lot of people, yourself included, feel like something was taken away from them on September 11th, and they want a chance to see what it looks like full on. And, presuming everybody, that the rest of the rehab goes well and everything else, they'll get that chance in 2024.
Well, at least, Joe Douglas stood firm on not coughing up the first-round pick. Otherwise, they'd be like the Panthers. Yep. No first-round pick for a quarterback that, wasn't even there. I know now Bryce Young is clearly there. I'm just saying lost season with their quarterback.
You know what? That is so important. It's a great point, Rich. You know why? Because this is this is a good tackle draft, okay? So if say the Jets wind up with the 6th or 7th or 8th pick, right, rather than having a second rounder, that could be Joe Alt from Notre Dame. That could be Olu Fashanu from Penn State. Like, that could be Amaris Mims from Georgia. like this is seen as a really good tackle draft. Like those first two names, Alt and Fashanu, are considered like franchise level left tackles. So if like the fallout of the Rodgers injury is that you get his left tackle for next year, I mean, obviously you'd rather have had Rodgers this year, but I mean, it's not a bad consolation prize for having done the deal the way that you did.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.